Oh, he's young, isn't he? Look at that. Fire extinguisher straight through the bottom of the door.
Good morning, police.
Hi, I'm over. Yesterday I was on an install with Gary a couple of miles away from our shop, and Dean got on the phone and said, have you got the black camera from outside of our shop? Because it's not there anymore. After a little bit of an investigation, we actually found that the camera had been completely ripped off the wall for a reason unbeknown to us. Now, I've just landed in the office today. Let's have a look at the test rig, see what damage has been done to it, and see if we can figure out what has happened to the camera that has been outside. So I actually haven't seen the test rig itself yet, but yeah, it's proper damaged, that. I mean, whoever's been here as well has even gone to the extent of damaging next door's camera. It's not damaged the connector on the end though. I don't know if they've tried to take the camera down to steal it, because I know the camera's worth about 250 quid, 280 quid, or if they've just literally wanted to vandalise it, because they haven't tried to steal next door's camera, it's just been left dangling off of its mount, which is actually quite an easy fix for them. So I think I'll do that first actually. I'll put next door's camera up. This is quite difficult to hit one-handed actually. It's broke one of the prongs actually on the base, but it should, there we go, that's just fallen out. It should just click back in. Oh, I've put next door's camera actually onto the base again, so that's all working as it should, but it just doesn't explain why our camera is still completely missing. But luckily, because this is a CCTV camera, it means we actually have some footage. Now, I haven't seen the footage yet, so let's jump in the office, pull the footage up and see what my reaction is. Do you know what's actually funny? I got a comment on YouTube like 3 weeks ago. I'm filming right now, but don't worry. I got a comment on YouTube about 3 weeks ago saying, see if I can find it. Yeah, what one comment was, good camera, but I'd be concerned that the height of the camera is too low, or I'd be fitting some sort of cage around it to protect it. And somebody has actually followed with a comment saying, I don't think it was permanent, I think the camera's just in a test. But I'm sure there's another one that said something along those lines, and I jokingly commented back to them to say, imagine that news story on the local Facebook group to say, local CCTV company gets camera stolen. So what did they do? They picked it up off the rig and they just chucked it in the bin straight away?
Yeah, he basically pulled it off and he unplugged, because he pulled it that far. RJ45 connector just disconnected itself.
But he's lucky that the cable snagged, the clip on the cable snagged and didn't break the connector for the camera off.
Yeah, I just checked it as well.
Because the actual end, the RJ45 end, looks as if it's just been properly unclipped. But I've not seen the footage yet, so he actually rags it, does he, and it pulls.
Yeah, he just pulls it along, just goes, and then eventually it just cuts off.
So he's lucky that the weak point on that was the actual connector for the camera and not the connector for the RJ45 and not the connector on the camera. Because if it had ripped the connector off the camera, it would have been...
Just leave the camera in the bin.
And a 280 quid camera just... we might as well have left it in the bin, like you said. Yeah, there's no point keeping it at that point. It's dead. I actually can't find that comment which says about the... I'll have to dig it out and pop it on the screen. Whereabouts is the content that you downloaded, the footage from the camera, so just before it was ripped off?
So you go to our tenant.
Oh yeah, I've got it. CCTV cameras down. Which is the better one to start with? The actual camera itself, or the one?
The camera that got hit, because it shows you next door's getting knocked down and then ours.
Oh, they do next doors first?
Yeah. So that's why he's like so confident to hit ours, and then finds out it's metal.
But they haven't damaged the car?
No. He goes up to the car and looks at it, but he's talking to his mate, I think.
It's probably a good job he didn't leave the van. Do you reckon they might have had to do it at the van?
Yeah.
So what, rush it to what, 3 minutes?
3 minutes 30. 3 minutes 40.
4 AM?
Yeah. Only about 5 AM, it's 10 to 5.
Yeah, 5 to 5 I've got here. Oh, he's young, isn't he?
Yeah, you are.
full of confidence now. He's managed to get that one down. But he gets told it's the wrong one.
Wrong camera.
We can't reach it, can he? Because he's too small.
I'll put that.
Oh, he's actually, I think he's damaged the lens on the camera.
Yeah, he's not there. I'll censor it a little bit.
Because he's hit a plastic camera, and he first, and
Yeah,
now
so-
he's hitting a metal camera,
Yeah,
so...
he's like, he was confident he could hit it. And
Yeah.
he's got it loose now, so he can pull it down. So he's just a car.
He's like stood at the car there, isn't he? Ah, yeah, he's getting off the wall now. Now it's dangling.
He's going to pull the cable out, just pull it. And then when you look at the inside one, because I've got the one from the inside.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a group of them, isn't there?
Yeah. You can see his face clearly at one point. He's not got a mask on.
Just so I stay within the letter of the law, for this video I will blur any of the faces that you can see within it. I have no idea how old any of these kids are, and I don't want to fall short of the law on my perspective by putting them in a video on YouTube. They are young to be out at that time in the morning, aren't they?
I like the fact he thinks it's bargain boozers first.
Yeah, the camera pointing in the opposite direction
Yeah.
to where he just walked from, he thinks is the camera.
Let's do it now.
I think he's trying to jump. He's either hurt his hand or he's trying to jump to actually hit the camera.
He's trying to jump now to pull the camera out.
Yeah.
He's got it off. Because when he gets it loose enough...
It's only on screws that are like, no, they're not very big, them screws, and there's nothing much to fix to on that base. There we are, I think he's got it down now because you can see the wall. Do you know what's interesting actually? I won't be able to put this in the video, but Tesco got it done on exactly the same night. And I've got somebody has sent me some footage. Now, I don't know if I can't really include this in the video because well, it's Tesco in it, but let me see if I can figure out if it's the same group.
Yeah,
But you want to see what they do at Tesco? Hang on one sec.
You're thinking...
He picks up a fire extinguisher and starts lobbing a fire extinguisher through the door. Look at that. Fire extinguisher straight through the bottom of the door.
For the first pane.
Well, it's toughened glass, that, isn't it?
It got through the first pane, but it's not got through the
I don't think he's going to... It's laminated, isn't it, that glass? It'd be toughened laminated glass, that. And then he obviously throws it. To be fair, he's done well to throw that fire extinguisher at a window.
It's actually shatter it.
Considering he's like 4 stone piss wet through. But they aren't dressed in the same clothes that they're dressed in.
No, he is.
So it turns out the group that actually visited Tesco were the same group that visited us, which kind of changed my opinion on whether we should or shouldn't have reported this to the police. Got Monday at 4 AM. Tesco have got
They've been out for 6 hours.
Sunday at 11:30. So they've been walking around all night, just basically looking for trouble. See, the thing is, I wasn't that bothered. Like, Raz reported it next door for bargain boost to the police. But I'm looking at our footage, I would have just gone, it's not even worth.
Yeah,
like-
from that camera, yeah.
But I mean, the actual, the inconvenience to us of going to all the extent now of ringing the police and getting a crime reference and sending the footage over really wasn't worth it. But now that I know that the guys, the 2 lads who were damaged Tesco are in that video,
Part of that group, yeah.
it makes me more inclined now to go, actually something probably needs to, something actually needs to happen.
So
Number for the, a crime reference number.
yeah. It's in email. Raz came over and just forwarded it to ourselves.
Should I ring 101 and tell them about that,
Tesco.
the link between Tesco and this one?
Yeah.
So what's the link, what's the crime reference number? I call in, I don't think it knows where I am.
Doesn't matter.
Hello, 101 operator, which police force do you require?
Lancs, please.
Thank you, please hold on to connect you.
You can get help from 101 online. If you'd like...
We're through to Lancashire Police. If your call is an emergency and...
Good morning, Lancashire Police.
Hi, I'm hoping you can help me. Do you want me to give you the crime reference number first?
It depends, sorry, what is the reason for your call today?
So we've logged a case with Nextdoor. We have 2 shops in Leyland, and both of those had CCTV cameras kind of vandalised or damaged or ripped off the walls on Monday morning. Now, we know now that there is a connection between that and an incident that happened at Tesco, which might be important information for you. So I just wanted to see if we could get that over to the officer who was dealing with it.
Okay, I just want to double check. So the report that you made already was about the vandalized CCTV cameras.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so there's a group of lads come and pull cameras off the walls and damage them.
I'll put you through the crime management unit, so they'll update the log, and then the officer that is going to be in charge. Just 1 second.
So you'll update the log, is that what you said? Or sorry, I missed that bit.
No, I'll put you through the crime management unit, so they'll sort it out.
Oh, all right, okay, brilliant. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you.
No problem. Take care, bye.
The load you are waiting.
Oh, and then they put the phone down on me. I'm not going to get through phone, so I'll just email them and say that we think we found a connection between that and the Tesco. I'll nip in next door and see if we can get the find out exactly what happened to our camera after it was ripped off the wall. Yeah, he's hurt his knuckles there, hasn't he? Because you can see him wince.
Twice, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's hurt his knuckles twice, but yeah, he's determined to knock it off.
Yeah, he's got a show face at this point, hasn't he?
The thing is, if they've smashed that, what's it called, door in what's it called, Tesco's, they know they're not getting anywhere with this. It's just stupidity to smash shit around in it, basically.
Yeah. He takes a big run and jump in a minute.
But then when the car comes, he hides behind the Skoda, even though his friends are all stood in front of number 77, so...
Yeah, there he's ripped it off the wall. And he just lobs it in the bin?
Yeah. Because he probably thinks that he's got rid of the evidence, hasn't he, so...
And then just walks away. Not easy to see off the footage on Razzy's phone because I literally just recorded it off his iPhone screen, but you can see the kids messing and trying to pull the cameras and even punching the camera of his off the wall. Now, we've all been kids, we've all been there where your mates are egging you on and you want to show face and you want to be the Billy Big Bollocks, but the problem is when it gets that far where you're damaging, literally throwing fire extinguishers at windows at Tesco, it's gone one step too far. Yes, Tesco turn over millions and millions of pounds, but that's not the point. That could have quite easily been a small business on this very high street, and the consequences of that could have been that school jumpers don't get bought that year, or new school shoes don't get bought, or a holiday doesn't get to go on. So it really does impact small businesses when things get damaged. Lucky for us, we've just got our camera back. It was literally just ripped off the wall and thrown in the bin. And you can see from the screws, that I used on the camera, they're not massive screws, and it wasn't really secured to anything. It wasn't really secured to anything major, just literally screws through a thin bit of plastic, so it wouldn't have been too difficult for them to rip it off the wall. It gets difficult to film when there's so much traffic outside, but we've got our camera back. It was the damage done to Tesco, which I thought needed bringing to the police's attention, just so that they know about it. Whether they identify the people in that video, it is what it is. Raz next door from Bargain Booth seems to think that this might be the knock-on of a series of events. We did have issues last year where the cafe down the road had its window smashed, and the Italian restaurant 2 doors down from us, they both had a break-in, and where they tried to steal cash drawers. And lucky for us, we don't keep a lot of stock on site. There's not a lot of valuable stuff in our shop, and as a security company, we've got so much CCTV knocking about. We've got cameras on our test rig, cameras on the alleyway, cameras inside our shop. So it would really make no sense for them to come back and warrant smashing any of our windows. But for now, I'm going to get the camera back onto our test rig and make sure that the infrared is working, that the smart light works, and that there's nothing untoward with the camera itself. It's not something we're going to sell on to a customer. If anything, it'll probably just end up back at my house once we've finished with it at work, but it's just nice to know that the camera is back in working order. I hope you've enjoyed that video. If you have, a little bit of an insight into what goes into a day-to-day of running a business, and dealing with stuff like this that occurs, hopefully not that often, but I will catch you guys in the next one.